Hey everyone. So I've been working hard playing, pretty much still into Miss Survival, enjoying the crap out of this. I think this might be close to probably the best zombie survival apocalypse game that I haven't played many games that are zombie apocalypse survival, but this one I'm definitely enjoying a great deal. So I thought I'd give you an update of what I've been doing. So I put a cabin over there and had Scott and Cade and Rachel. Scott was cutting down trees, and then all three of them would turn those trees into boards for me. And over here, I decided I got tired of seeing all the mess that I had from like sugar and empty bottles and all the broken gun parts from farming bandits and infected. So I added a trash bin so I can just discard stuff, just get rid of it. I don't care if there's ever going to be a future need for sugar where I'll wish that I had all that sugar, but I'm not worried about it because with the current infected farm that I have set up, which is basically right here, just get behind here when the mist comes and then just do the whole sleep thing, get the sleep interrupted by the infected, kill the infected, and loot, profit. So let's see, not much else different here. I added a second drying rack because I've decided now that when I go out and farm bears to make bear jerky to make the dry meat from, that I'm going to go out and farm two bears at a time because the bear jerky takes so long, has such a long shelf life that it makes more sense to just like do a bear run to kill two bears every time I need to replenish my bear jerky. The house, not a lot has changed in the house. Um, Something I've done is I have not set this as a base, and the reason for not setting this as a base is to prevent Rachel, Kate, and Scott from coming in and out of the house whenever I'm in there, but I'm not in there very much anymore. So usually I'll set a cabin like this as a base, but I haven't. And you can kind of see something here we're going to be, I'm going to show you pretty soon because as I said, I've been working on some things in the game. So I set up another cabin here and then had that as a base so the NPCs could clear out this area of logs. I've got the saw, the electric saw here, and the generator here, so I can set up some work orders for them to go ahead and saw some wood into boards for me. And then this is their base right now. And this just makes it so that whenever they're around, they're not opening and closing doors in the White House where I don't really live so much as it is an area where I store all my lockers where all the stuff is and the different benches that I need to create items. So yeah, this got a lot of work that we've been doing here. We're gonna go up there and then I'll show you what it looks like. The whole thing. The whole thing looks like. Let's just go up there and check the time. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Still early. Yeah, I set up an area right over there. Let's go get up a little higher. We can get a little better look here. So I set up an area over here that I could set up another workbench. And if this is a level 1 workbench, and I have it there just so I can create nails, because I'm still adding levels, higher and higher levels here to this watchtower setup that I've got going. I thought about adding a basic cabin over there for the NPCs. So if I need them to do any tasks, because I thought about putting a whole bunch of other benches and other tools I need to work and create items up here on this deck. This is why I have this. Is I was planning on putting more items here. I haven't done it yet. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to. And yeah, over here I have step stools or some um, or walls with ladders so I can get up here, go down there, and continue working higher and higher on this item. I took this up to 3 levels and then decided once I discovered that I can go up to the very tippy top watchtower that I have and then jump off it and fall and not die at all, that I didn't need to keep building up this side because this is basically, oh God, I don't know what they call it in construction when they build up um, the metal. I don't know what the word would be, trellis or whatever the heck it is that they call, so that they can like paint walls or add sheeting to walls and stuff like that when they're doing construction projects. So this is basically like that. It's a way to get up higher off the ground and reach an area that I can't get up to any other way. So, okay, so we get up here. So this is the second level. Second level is basically where I sleep. So I could sleep on the first level, and you see I got the bed there. The problem with the first level is I can get woken up more at night. Whereas the second level, I can sleep almost through the night every night. But that still don't get to sleep all the way through night, which is something I would like to be able to do. I haven't really tried using the third level to see if it's a level in which I could just sleep right through a night no matter what. Oh, look at that shadow. That doesn't even give you a hint about how tall it is. All right, let's just keep going. So basically, right now the watchtower is 4 levels, 4 levels up. I don't really need to have beds up here. I mean, I'm not going to sleep up here. I just put them there. I should probably get rid of them. Save the materials for later. Yep, lots of beds up here. I don't need to have them up here. I could just throw them out. They're they're just purely cosmetic. They're just something there to look nice, to make it look homey, even though I can just sleep on the ground. And I don't know if there is really much benefit to sleeping on the ground versus sleeping on a bed. Seriously, if you're struggling with getting materials, if you're starting out in the game and this game and you're still trying to figure it out, you might say, like, I don't have what I need to make a lot of the things like the stuff that I'm making, because you're still trying to figure out exactly how to turn this game. I mean, most good successful games like this are going to give you the ability to do repeatable farms, to have set up the ability to be able to take what you have in the game and then be able to reclaim it, reuse it to build things. Like you can see down there, those are a bunch of trees that I had cut down. I have not done anything with any of those trees at all, period. I haven't gone over there and well, it's that's not true. Like I have a 1 level watchtower over there that's right over that bandit camp, which I have contained within a bunch of walls that go all the way around the camp. So I can use that as a farm, but I still haven't done anything more with the rest of the logs that are sitting there. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. There's lots of resources. This game has so much resources that once you really understand how to how to get the most out of the game and the environment, there's a lot you can do. Like I'm sitting basically 10 watchtowers high in the environment. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, those are hills. Those are hills over there. I'm almost, I'm almost at the tippy top of that hill. I've been up there. I've actually been up there, and it's just a lot. Like once you get to the peak, there's like maybe 100 yards or 100 feet worth of like green space that goes out toward that mountain that has a very edge, like an edge, like you could possibly fall off to your death. So those mountains, you cannot reach this mountain. You can't. It has a part where the game stops, like what you see there, and there's an edge. You could probably fall off of it, And so there's really no, I mean, it's nice and flat up there. I wanted to put a watchtower up there, and I might still do that. Just put a basic watchtower just for kicks and giggles. But then I was working on this, and it's like, why put something way over there that I'm probably never going to use when I can keep building this up and up and up to the point where I can be at the same level as that hills of the hills around here. I mean, clearly I'm higher than those hills. Clearly higher than that. Maybe not higher than that tippy type. Yeah, you can see where the game kind of they finished doing rendering. There's no pixels there of the environment. It just kind of runs to an end. Yeah, there's a bunch of areas like that where the game isn't quite finished. They didn't finish developing it, but honestly, to between you and me, I don't care. I don't care that they didn't finish that. If they do one day, that's fine. And over there, I have another watchtower hanging over that bandit area. That is closed in. So at a certain distance, the game doesn't render everything, so you don't see all the stuff that I've done down there to seal that area, that bandit area, where one of the hostages you can save is. But I do have a watchtower over there. And sometimes I do a bandit farm over there. I go over there, there's like 3 to 4 bandits, and you know, I take them out and take their stuff, and then over there, there's that main area down there. You can see like this is where the big bandit encampment is, but it's not rendering like all the buildings and all the cars and everything that's there. That's supposed to be right there. Supposed to be a water tower, and that's a bunch of fences that I put around the water tower to prevent the sniper who's sitting up there from shooting me anytime I come up into that area to do things like farm trees and stuff, cut down trees and for materials. So yeah, there's one of my watchtowers. There's another watchtower. There's a watchtower right here where you can see this little edge that's cleared out where there's no trees. There's a watchtower, but it's so far away. It's not rendering it. And then over there, somewhere over there is the mine. You can see like the big transformer tower over there, electrical tower. Somewhere over there is the mine. I can't quite tell. And I have another watchtower over at the mine. So if I ever need to go over to the mine to mine zinc ore, because zinc ore uh, will spawn more frequently over at the small mine than it does at the big mine. If I need to spend a day or two in the game time, that is, that I have a watchtower, which is a safe place for me to sleep. You just can't see it. One of these days, I might go over there and clear out all those trees along that ridge, and then maybe we can see the watchtower. But in all likelihood, not. Now, that's not the watchtower I'm talking about. That's just another watchtower that I put up there. I mean, I'm not using that watchtower or anything for anything, or that one, or that one. I have another one right here. I just put them there just to, it's kind of like showing off of, how I've dominated basically the game that I can build up. Because right now, where those watchtowers are, if I didn't do the effort, didn't do the work to conceal, to close in, to encase, the bandits are in this area, and yes, again, you can't see them. The game is not rendering this area correctly, which is whatever. I have my game set to ultra, almost ultra everything except for the foliage. That way I can see the ground and find things on the ground. But over there, with those watchtowers, I would just be killed left and right, up and down. I wouldn't be able to build any of those watchtowers. But I am right now officially higher up than any of those watchtowers over there. And I'm higher up than most of that mountain range over there. So if you want to take a look, okay, let's go have fun. You should be able to do something like this, but you can't. Oh, I should be dead like 10 times. I should have died all the way down. I should be like dead before I hit the ground. But no. Nope. There's some weird bugs, and I don't mind them. So that's it. That's 10 levels worth of Watchtower. And as I start to think about, well, maybe I should do 20 levels, which would be like just like ridiculously high, like so high that the very top would probably be just a small dark dot that you wouldn't be able to really discern. You'd have to use this to see it. And I'm still finding rocks and sticks appearing on the tops of the watchtowers because the game is kind of weird in that way. The game kind of generates components and the materials you need every so often regenerates branches that you can turn into sticks and stuff. So that's kind of the update where I am right now in this game. Yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot. Again, what I really like about this game is I have the ability to gain some semblance of uh, control, some semblance. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I can dominate the game. I can get to the point where this is no longer about survival because I've already created what I needed to create in order to survive. I've turned this into a farm. I've turned this into a situation where I no longer feel like I'm afraid of what could happen to me. The infected don't frighten me anymore. The bandits don't frighten me anymore. I know we're getting near the end of July, which means that pretty soon we're going to get a new patch. I don't know if when that new patch comes out, if that means that the game will reload all the assets, set everything back to zero. I mean, if it does, that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Or if the game will allow us to keep what we have and then just add the new extra areas. Like there's an extra area that we can farm that's going to be way over there past where the big city is. There'll be farm area and stuff like that people can play in. I don't know. I mean, I'll go over there and I'll explore and all that good stuff. But I think maybe to me right now for this game, just for whatever reasons as is, I just want to keep building this thing higher. I want to get this thing, whatever you want to call it, just a watchtower, series of watchtowers, up into the point where I'm high enough that I can see over everything. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's some odd, weird bugginess that I don't know. It's funny because sometimes I think, I need to build a wall here so I can climb a wall with layers so I can climb up and retrieve that. Wouldn't that be that's stupid. It's stupid. It would be a waste of resources even if I could break down the wall. If you break down anything you build, if you break it down, you get like 75% of the components that you use back. So it's kind of a loss. And something else I think I can also do with all, I mean, there's a ton of material. There's so much here for me to use to build. I mean, I'm not going to run out of wood or nails or boards or scrap metal to build this thing. But my understanding that if I wanted to, I could go over here and I could just break this. I could take the mallet and I could just bust this thing completely down and this wouldn't fall. So even though I like the game physics, the physics of this game still needs some work. It definitely does. It definitely needs some work, but I don't mind it. I don't mind the idea that I can like build this thing, which is really crooked up there. I could build this thing and then I mean there's no way I could build this without building scaffolding. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. Scaffolding. So this is kind of like another way of making scaffolding so I can get up and get to these lower areas to build as I start building up. But I can just go to the very top there and drop down, not die. And then, each level, I just build it out. Then I go up there with new materials, drop down, keep doing it. I mean, you saw, we fell all the way from the top. I didn't get hurt. I mean, I could certainly, I'm very certain that I can go up there, and if I do it wrong, I will fall to my death. I will fall to my death if I fall the wrong way. But for the most part, it's not that hard. Well, anyway, I know I've been talking a lot. It's just I really like and enjoy this game. Um, yeah, I can't wait to find the new areas to explore. Most likely that'll eventually I'll just burn my way right through that, and then I'll be back to like, how do I get this higher? How do I build that higher? You know, I have like, it almost seems like I have an infinite amount of materials, just a crazy, insane amount of materials to build with this game. And I kind of think about the way I built this. Like maybe I could have like built it at 3 columns wide. Like you kind of build 1, 2, 3 wide, and then you just build the walls with the ladder, around here, and you just keep changing what item or what type of a wall that you're building. Are you building the mezzanine? Are you going to build the watchtower part? Are you just going to build the wall with the ladder, and just keep building straight up like a skyscraper? And that's only something I've been thinking about now. If you look at it from a weird angle, it's kind of like the Colosseum a little bit. Kind of. I don't know. Kind of think like that. So, I mean, if the game completely resets everything, I think that I would probably consider trying to figure out, how do I build this thing straight up instead of like this, instead of doing like steps and building and building and building that way. Because I'm sure that if I can build it like a skyscraper, it's going to be less material, probably less time, and well, whatever, whatever. I don't think the game. I mean, the new area that's going to come out with the 4.0 alpha patch or beta patch, whatever we're in. I think we're in alpha. Well, I think we're in the alpha part of the game. We're not in beta yet. We'll be way over there. It shouldn't impact this area, but you don't know. You don't know if the developer is going to need to do a complete and total game restart, wiping of everything we've done, and if we're all going to have to start from zero, which is fine. If it had to happen, I can do that. I can handle it. Not a problem. I've also thought about possibly doing that myself, where I just clear the game out, start a brand new game. And my understanding is this game only gives you ability to do one game at a time. So I can't have multiple games that I can go into to explore things. So if I wanted to start out from brand fresh, from zero, from having absolutely nothing and re-exploring the game, taking what I know about it and trying to not make the same mistakes, I can do that. But this game that I've done will be either lost, or I'll have to take the file that generates this part of the game, this save file. I don't know what it is. I'm sure that I can figure it out. Take it and save it somewhere, so that way, if I want to, I can come back to. I can like take that file, copy it right over whatever new file that I've created, and then update it, and then I would be able to get back into this game. Because I've seen one other guy who likes playing games and stuff, take other gamers who play this game. He's able to get their file. Most likely it's zipped up, sent to him, and then he's able to load it. And then he goes through and he shows everybody what those players have been doing in their areas. You can kind of see the stuff like what I've been doing, but he doesn't need to do that because I could just do that for you. I could just show you right here. Look at all the crazy stuff that I've done. You know, it's really cool. Well, anyway, I've been talking too much, and anyway, this is just an update of what I've been working on. I hope you're enjoying this. I want to do more videos, more things. I think this game is really great, even though I haven't played a lot of zombie games. I really like this single player kind of post-apocalyptic zombie. You against the environment, PvE. It's you trying to survive. No crazy nuttiness. Just simple game. Well, anyway, that's it for right now, you guys. Um, I'll see you in the next video, alright? Later, dudes.